Well, Israeli military casualties are also mounting. The army says one soldier has been killed in battles in Gaza. Palestinian factions say they're attacking Israeli tanks and military vehicles with rockets and improvised explosive devices. At least 195 soldiers have been killed since Israel launched its ground offensive in late October. Let's get more with Laura Khan, who's in occupied East Jerusalem. Clearly, the Prime Minister under huge pressure. His relationship with other members of the war cabinet not going so well. Tell us a little more about this.
Well, one of the big reports over the last few weeks has been his relationship with his own defence minister, Yoav Gallant. Many say that after the war cabinet meetings, which I have to say are top secret, no one's supposed to know what's going on with them inside them, alongside the security cabinet meeting. But there are continuous leaks to the press afterwards, and that their relationship has become petty and embarrassing to some of the ministers during the time of a war. And I'll just read out some of these headlines from Israel's Channel 12. The headline, "This is how the battle between Netanyahu and Gallant looks. For weeks, the Prime Minister and Defence Minister tried to hide the tension between them, and now it's futile." There's reports that a week ago, Yoav Gallant walked out of a war cabinet meeting after he wasn't allowed to bring his assistant, and he claims that this was because Netanyahu didn't want him to actually spend time with Mossad and Shin Bet, that's the head of intelligence and security. So he believes that he's essentially not getting a look in to some of the decisions being made that he's a big part of. Now, he was hired by Netanyahu because he trusted him as a good soldier, as someone who has plenty of experience inside, well, in wars and also inside the military. But it's not just there where we're having leaks. Also, with the New York Times, international media, there were leaks from 4 top members of the military that they believe Netanyahu's two-pronged approach to the war, that is, trying to rid of Hamas but also releasing the captives, were incompatible, that you can't continue to bombard the Gaza Strip and fight a guerrilla warfare inside this warren of tunnels and on the ground and expect the safe release of the captives. We've also had pressure from across the country from the captives' families who've been saying this, again, reiterating this point, this is incompatible. And while he has a two-pronged approach, they have one. They just want to see the release of the captives, and we're seeing these growing protests across the country, all with the same rhetoric. Release them now and hold a ceasefire. And many are also calling for another election and for Benjamin Netanyahu to step down. So a huge amount of tension and pressure coming from all sides.
Laura, as you said, there are many leaks out in the newspapers, international and domestic. There have been, you touched on the captives, but there have been reports that there could be more negotiations going on at the moment to release those captives. Can you tell us a bit more about what is being reported?
Yes, Ynet is reporting, again, leaks on condition of anonymity, that senior members of the political wing, not coming from the military, are saying that they can strike a deal with Hamas and other groups in order to release the captives. And they say that Hamas is also interested in this idea. So they say they are moving forward. They're engaging with other countries, including Qatar, Egypt, and also the United States, who have been part of these mediation efforts. So again, another leak. We haven't fully confirmed this yet. But once again, this is against what Netanyahu's been saying from the beginning, that the only way of defeating Hamas inside the Gaza Strip is through military pressure.
Thank you for that. Laura Khan there for us in occupied East Jerusalem.